So I've been really enjoying Football Manager 24 so far, and I thought I'd do a couple of little videos on it. So I've been using this tactic that I found on YouTube by Hood Gaming, and I will link down below a link to that video. And yeah, they've called it the Unstoppable 442 FM24 tactic, and it is so good, and I think it's really good for non-league. So I just want to make this little video to show how I've been doing it with Chelmsford. So Chelmsford are in real life in the National South. I got them promoted with my own tactic, and then I've started using this in the Vanarama National, or the conference, if you're old school. So yeah, let's boot up FM and I will show you my team results and the tactic itself. Okay, so we'll start off on my home screen here, and as you can see, we are top of the table after 18 games, 10 points clear with 2 games in hand, so we are storming it. Chelmsford were originally in the Vanarama South when we got promoted in the first season, just using one of my own tactics, and that worked quite well. We're now in the National League. This is our second season. So last season we finished 7th. I switched this tactic sort of midway through that season, and I'll show you the fixtures in a little while as well. Player stats: 14 goals between DJ and Jaden Williams. So the team is very different to when I started the game. I've brought in a lot of players and sold a lot as well. I'll show you another video on my recruitment and how I do lower league recruitment and how I make profit. You can see last summer we've made some really good profit on sales from bringing in players on frees who were then sold on. And we did actually go into debt at one point. But a good FA Cup run last season managed to get us out of that, and then player sales in the summer has pretty much set this club up. When I came in, finances were around sort of 58,000, and we're all the way up here now at nearly 600. So let's look at the tactic. 442. Now this is not my tactic. I will link to a video down below with the tactics being used, but we can have a quick look at it. So I don't want to take credit for it. You can see there in possession. So just playing out of defence down the flanks. High tempo, short pass and fairly wide play. And then in transition, just short distribution at the back. Playing with a counter press and short kicks. And then it uses a high defensive line and a higher press. And also to prevent short goalkeeper distribution. So that's the tactic, and you can see these are the players what we used in the last game. We've got a couple needing rest and injuries, literally the day after the match, or no, the evening of the match, literally straight after the last match. So that's why everyone's a bit knackered. At this level as well, a lot of players just don't have the fitness levels, unfortunately. But yeah, this team's very different to the one I started with. There's a couple players left, but not many. So if we go into the schedule and look at this season, you can see there's just so much green. Literally only dropped points in one league game. We had a really annoying FA Cup qualifying round where we were 2-0 up, and then we conceded in the last minute, and then literally a few days later just went and beat them 2-0. So that's just pointless. Very unlucky game against Boreham Wood, which we had the majority of the shots, but their goalkeeper was in very good form and we lost 1-0. But every other game we've won. We've had a 7-0 against York, who are doing really well. We've literally just beaten Grimsby away, who are one of the better teams in this league, and we beat Hartlepool as well. So, some really good results. There's a 9-0 in there against Dorking, 5-0, 6-2, 5-1. It really is. It just feels a bit like a cheat code at this stage. It's been really good. And if we look at last season, so last season I started with my own tactic, which got me promotion, because why not? And, for a team that just come up, not bad. We were sort of quite comfortable. And then it just went to crap a little bit. I don't know what happened. We just went on this terrible run, and then we got the cup win. And it was here, just after the Wellstone match, that I decided to change. And my first match with this tactic, we lost 5-2, and I was like, oh, it might not be very good. But then we won 3 on a bounce, then we lost 1, won another 3 on a bounce and lost 1. And end of the season quite strong. There's a few defeats in there, See, we lost to Grimsby in the playoffs. They were so much better than us last season. We lost there again to Grimsby, so a bit of a bogey team, but now just beaten them in the league, so we're definitely a lot better. But we did win the FA Trophy final as well, so we're really happy with that. And you see there's a lot of goals, not too many. Well, I don't know actually, there's a few clean sheets in there. It doesn't feel like many sometimes, but not a huge number of clean sheets, really. But we definitely have the most chances in the matches. I'm obviously playing at a higher tempo. You do have a lot of chances, just not hitting the target. Just how it is. But the ones that do, they go in. And we win most of the games, so that's really cool. This is my squad. It's quite a large squad, really, for this league, I suppose. A few loans in there. But you can see a lot of players just with, a couple of stars. No one really, like when you go by ability, no one's really fantastic, I suppose. Like there's a couple of 4 stars, a couple of 3.5s, but everyone else 3 stars and below. Now, obviously, my scouts probably aren't the best at judging potential and ability, but it just shows how powerful this tactic is. You do not need a incredible team at all. So yeah, really like that. It's a great tactic. Links down below. Check it out. I know it's been tested at different levels, and I wanted to show my level of using it in the National League with a team who only got promoted the season before last. So yeah, hope it's helpful, and I'll see you again in the next one.